Hello guys, in the part 2 of the computational thinking week 3 GA, we'll be discussing questions 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's start question number 5. The important points of the question have been highlighted in red and yellow. If you see here, procedure count will accepts a card Y. Y is a separate card apart from pile 1. And returns true. When does it return true? It returns true if the total bill of card Y is greater than the average of the total bill amount of shop from where the card Y is generated. That means the condition when this will be a true is if the bill of total is greater than Big Bazaar, if the average of Big Bazaar, if it was Big Bazaar, if it was Big Bazaar, Y dot total is greater than SV dot average if it was from SV stores, and Y dot total is greater than SG dot average if it was from Sun General Store. Right, only then it would give us a true, else it will return a false. So let us find out the mistakes without any late further. If you see in the line number 2, the count must be initialized to 0, but it was set up with 1. Therefore line 2 is a mistake. Line 3, line 4, line 5. Line 5, the condition to update amount is incorrect. Yes, it is not. It is correct because Y here Y is a separate card apart from which pile 1 is different. So in the question they have given us that is greater than the average of total bill amount of shop from where the card Y is generated. Say for example Y is generated from Big Bazaar. So we need to match the cards which are from Big Bazaar only. Therefore line 5 is not a mistake. And line 12, let us find out line 12. The condition checking statement is incorrect. Right? If x dot total bill amount is greater than average, okay, average is equal to amount by count. If x dot total bill amount is greater than average, okay, return true. Okay, great. Oh. So line number 12 is not a mistake. It is not a mistake because if you see initially we checked if it is from the same shop or not. If it was from the same shop, only then we have executed these two lines. After executing line 6 and line 7, we move the card to pile 2, and after moving to pile 2 we are finding the mean or the average, which is amount by count. For example, if amount was 500 and the count is 1 because we only come across one card which is 1. Therefore 500 by 1 will be 500. X dot total bill amount is from the same shop from which Y has been generated. Therefore this part is not a mistake. AVG average is being calculated from once this has been satisfied, right? Therefore AVG average is also right, is greater than total bill amount is greater than. Therefore line number 12 is also not a mistake if I am not wrong. Right, condition checking statement is incorrect. They are telling that it's incorrect, but it is from the same shop, right? As both are from the same shop, it would be correct. If you see the question, it returns true if the total bill amount of the card Y is greater than the average total bill amount of the shop from where the card Y has been generated. Okay, in such case what happens is that they are specifically mentioning about the card Y. Therefore line number 12 should also be mistake, because it should be Y dot total bill amount. Therefore line 12 is also a mistake. Therefore line 2 and line 12 combined as the answer set, it is B and D. Now coming to question number 6 and question number 7, which are given as together, and here as well the important points have been highlighted. Let AVG be a variable that stores the average letter count of all words in the data set. Great. What will A represent at the end of execution? Right. So A has been set to 0 and count has been set to 0, and B is also 0 if part of speech is a pronoun. That is one case, that is, this is case 1, and using the case 1 we can increment the value of B. So this is case 1, and now coming to case 2, under which we can increment B if the case 1 is not satisfied. So let us see the case 2, which is of line number 8 and 9. If x dot letter count, that means the picked up words letter count is greater than the average letter count, only then we can increment B as well. This is case 2. Okay, if B is equal to 0, that means if B remains to be a 0, only then we will be incrementing A. So when will B be 0? B will remain to be a 0 if both of these are not satisfied. That means the x dot letter count should be is equal to or less than, that means less than is equal to average. This should be less than is equal to average, and apart from this, and it should also be any, it should also have any other part of speech except pronoun. Now coming to the answer in combination of these two things which have been written here. Number of words which are pronouns, no. If it is a pronoun, A will be incremented to 1, right? For A to increment to 1, B should only be 0. Therefore A will not get incremented, that's why for that. And now coming to B, number of words which are not pronouns. Yes, one of the condition is satisfied. This is satisfied. And number of words with letter count less than average. If you see, it is giving only less than, and also this is being considered as a separate case. Number of words with letter count less than and number of words which are not pronoun. This is one category, this is one category. We want the two categories in combination. Therefore this is also mistake. I mean, this is also wrong option. Number of words which are not pronouns, yes, and the number of words with letter count less than or is equal to, yes. This is great. So option number C is the right answer. Great. So question number 6, the option is C. And now coming to question number 7. Suppose the condition to modify A is changed below. Okay. What will A represent at the end of execution? Right. A has been set to 0, count has been set to 0, and B is also set to 0. So I have written that with star marks as it is an important information. If word is a pronoun, Great, word is a pronoun, then b will be incremented to 1, and these two lines in combination is one of the cases under which we can increment b. So this is case 1. And now coming to the another case, this is case 2. If x dot letter count is greater than average, then b is equal to b plus 1. Great. If b remains to be 1, when will b remain to be 1? Either this should be true or this should be true, but not both. If case 1 is true, then case 1 should be false, case 2 should be false. If case 2 is true, then case 1 should be false, right? So let us check for a suitable option. Number of words which are pronouns, that means case 1 has been satisfied, true. And number of words with letter count greater than the average letter count, so this is also true, which is 1 plus 1 is 2. Therefore this is not a correct option. Number of words which are pronouns, true. And number of words with letter count less than the average letter count, less than in the sense, yes, this is also satisfied, but if you see, it is not satisfied, because what about the is equal to average letter as well? In that way this is a false, and we have missed the equality condition. Along with that, there is an end notation here. End in the sense, number of words which are pronouns and number of words with letter count. This has been classified into two parts, but we need the combination of the two categories. In this way, this is also false, wrong option. Number of words that are either pronoun, okay, that is true or false, or have letter count less than the average letter count, have less than, that is false. Have letter count less than the average letter count. Less than in the sense, okay, less than means it will be false. That are either pronoun or have letter count less than the average letter count, but not both. Now let us also check the option D. Number of words that are either pronouns or have letter count greater than the average letter count. That are either pronouns, that means true or false, or have letter count greater than the average letter count. But not both. Okay. Less than in the sense, here it is less than the average letter count. That means it remains to be false always. Yes. If you say this, it remains to be false. In question number, in option C, less than the average letter count, but here in the pseudocode it's given greater than the average letter count, which is always false. If this is false, then this should be also, this should definitely be false. But here if you see, it is an OR operator. That means if this is true, this should be false. If this is false, if this is true, then this should be false, right? So option C is also wrong. Option D, number of words that are either pronouns or have letter count greater than average letter count? Yes, this is actually a true or false combination. So option D is correct for question number 8. I mean question number 7. And now coming to question number 8. The following pseudocode, again it has been captured under using a highlighter. At least two subjects. At least two subjects in the sense greater than or is equal to 2. This is what greater than or is equal to 2 means. Greater than or is equal to 2 in the sense 2, 3. Only these two values are allowed. Right. So now let's check the proper code to be kept here. Right, A is B is 0, B is 0, noted down. Yeah, we noted down, and it is a mail card. Yes, this is also mandatory condition. Yes, if you observe here, we are comparing the individual scores with average mark of mathematics, physics and chemistry, right? So here there is a possibility of B being 0 to 3 endpoints included. One second guys, so B seems to be so untidy. Yes, B is equal to 0, 3 endpoints included, and according to the condition it is at least 2. That means it should be 2, 3, which is also an interval in 0, 3. So now coming to the perfect code should be this. If B greater than or is equal to 2, then A is equal to A plus 1. This is the actual criteria and the actual condition and the actual line that has to be kept here. But let us check it out if it is present or not, if the same is there or not. If you observe B greater than or is equal to 1, here there is 1 as well. So each and everybody 1, 2, 3 will be taken into consideration, but we want only the students with 2 and 3. Therefore this is a wrong option. B less than is equal to 2. Less than is equal to means less than 2, that means 1 and 2. This is also wrong option. Option C. If B is less than 3. Okay, B is less than 3 means 1, 2. This is also wrong option. And D, which is the right option, is having B greater than 1. Greater than 1 in the sense 2, 3. Yes, therefore D is the right option for question number 8.